being successful or top producing or whatever it is that is higher than normal, and people don't want to hear this at all, but that actually means that there's something wrong with you. And I'm a firm believer in that. I know, like, yeah, it sounds stupid, right? But it is legitimately. And I was just telling one of my business partners this, because they were laughing, and they were like, "What do you mean? There's nothing wrong with you?" And I'm like, "There's something wrong with you if you don't think there's something wrong with me." And so I was basically, the way that I see it is from a human nature standpoint, right? Like at our base level, right? Like our job for, hundreds of years was like to survive, right? Mm-hmm. Like ingrained in us is like, just survive, right? Mm-hmm. Survival is not about being crazy and doing a maximum output for no reason, right? That's true. It doesn't exist out there. Like you'll see any example that you see in nature, right? Let's consider the birds for a minute. Any example you see in nature where people do that, like, or where animals do that or whatever, it's just about the surviving part of it. Like if somebody's storing up to hibernate, they're not storing for 10 years. They're like, this is one season that I'm building and then I'm going to be cool, right? So then it would make sense that if you're achieving some sort of high level of anything, something's wrong, right? Okay. That's true. So I recognize that. I recognize that there's something wrong with me, which I think is vital, because if you don't recognize that part, then you can't really start to lead people. Because on the same token, I would then expect that out of anyone that I'm leading. And that's not good. Yeah, right? That's true. Because then I'm trying to have them be broken like I'm broken. Mm-hmm. And that's not necessarily, one, it's not a good thing because you shouldn't be. And two, it's just not good for the relationship, because somebody doesn't feel like, either way, like that's a bad deal. Yeah. And so to actually try to manage expectations and not try to view, and that's honestly why it took me so long to get to a point where I could sort of manage something. Mm-hmm. It's like I had to let go of like perfectionism. I had to let go of the idea or the ideology of like, this has to be this, or like somebody has to do it like me. Like, no, like 80% is amazing. Like if you did 80%, that's great. That's 80% that I don't have to be there. And I'm okay with that, sort of. So.